I needed to make this video. And my hair not done right now, but this ain't a hair and beauty channel. You came here to learn something, because that's what I do. So this video is all about podcasting. I love to podcast. It is probably one of the things out of many things that I am passionate about. So today's video is going to be basically 5 reasons why you need to podcast. 5 real reasons, let's say that. Because it seems like everybody kind of says the same thing. But today, I want to tell you my personal reasons why I think it's really, really good. So, number 1, it can help you if you're trying to get into radio. Because radio is a field that a lot of people kind of fantasize about. They think it's really good. You really don't make that much money in radio. But, you know, if you like the music, if you like to talk to audiences and contests and stuff like this, making a podcast can kind of get you on that track to practicing and kind of let people know how your voice sounds. When I first started in radio years ago, I used to sound horrible. I used to sound like I was dead and about to die and sleepy. But now, because I've worked in radio and because I've done podcasts, now I know how to speak clearly. I know how to speak with personality, and I've learned different techniques on how to speak when on the mic. On the mic. Number 2. I really think that podcasting can help anybody with your voice and speaking. So if you think you have a list, maybe you have a New York accent that you don't think is professional, whatever it is, podcasting over time can help you practice those words, practice your dialect, and sound a little bit more clear over time. Even if you have an accent, I love people with accents. Keep your accent, it's unique to you, but you can still learn over time how to show that accent but still pronunciate your words. Number 3, it is a skill that can get you a real job. I'm going to toss this up on the screen real quick and show you guys. There is so many podcast jobs online. Podcast producer, podcast editor, podcast. This is a real skill that can actually get you a real job. Even if you're 2-3 years doing it, you taught yourself everything you need to know. Number 4, I really think it is a perfect platform that can help you on telling your stories. Now, in my opinion, if you are a reporter, if you are a vlogger, blogger, if you are a business owner, if you're a baker, if you just somebody that's, I don't know, be hanging out in a hood, you need a podcast. You know, talk about stuff. Talk about your opinion. Talk about stuff that's on your mind. Like, this is going to help you with that storytelling technique on how to tell the stories instead of telling 7 stories in one. Or at least gives you that idea on how to put stories together. Now, number 5 on my list is my favorite one. Number 5, you can monetize from day one. The great thing about podcasting, unlike YouTube, you don't need 1,000 subscribers, you don't need 400 hours. All you need to do is be 100% responsible for promoting and making sure people listen to your podcast. And you're going to get people from all over the world listening to your podcast, and that's always a really, really good thing. So you can all monetize from day one. And this is on the Anchor app. You can actually do it from day one. I use Anchor and I also use Spreaker. I only pay $5 a month for that. But still, you're able to monetize from day one and you don't have to have all these requirements. If you're making content and you're putting ads on my stuff, give me that money. So, and look at the bright side. If you already got a job, maybe you already work in the media industry, this is something you can propose at your job and say, look, I can create a podcast for our newscast, or I can create a podcast for our newspaper, especially if it's a small town newspaper. You can start a podcast. That's going to bring in more revenue, more advantages for those ads that might want to get on your platform. They can get on your podcast. It's a lot of potential there. I love podcasting. If you don't have one, you definitely can get into it. And if you want some one-on-one help and training, of course, you can always contact me. Anyway, guys, that's my video. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, or if you're going to put together a podcast, if you've been thinking of podcasts. And let me know. Just let me know right there in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching. It's your girl Prina. All things, no niche.